Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
In the wake of clashes, you've seen that India and China have had clashes on the border about 24 hours ago, in which several soldiers, both Indian soldiers as well as Chinese soldiers, have died. So, Mr. Yao Yang, Professor Yao Yang, what has been the response in Beijing? Do you think that there is some talk, not just because of the clashes, but in terms of the deteriorating relationship between India and China? Is there talk about the economy, whether this will impact the economy? And to yourself also, Mr. Chen Zhiwu, the reaction to this. Thank you so much.
Okay, so may I first call upon Professor Yao Yang to, if you could perhaps share your thoughts with us on the question raised by Jyoti.
Yeah, so let me answer the second question. I think Zhiwu can answer the first question. So yes, there was a kind of a clash between Indian soldiers and the Chinese soldiers at the border. I don't think this will change the relationship between the two countries. We know over the last several years, this kind of incidents happened several times. This is more like boys fighting on the street, right? They were not really military clash, right? It's just a street fight. So I don't think that will have any real impact on the relationship, right? But of course, both countries should refrain from allowing the situation to get worse, right? So if getting worse and worse, then there could be real military clashes, right? But by far, I don't think it matters that much.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I think regarding the India-China relations question, I have to say when I was in Goa back in December, I thought things were looking so great. So China and India were having a good honeymoon. Now, 6 months later, there is the clash that is still going on. I hope both sides can, sit down and think a little bit harder about the longer-term relations being more important than the moments, feeling or reactions, and so on. Of course, I'm not based in Beijing at this point, so I cannot totally understand why this was happening in the first place. But on the other hand, given that the efforts by the Chinese government on the international stage have not been going too well at all. So if I could ask you to just treat this as one of the strange developments and don't make too much out of it, that would probably be good, unless I have missed something that the people in Beijing may have in mind that I don't know about. So I hope the two countries can really get on the right track and have more exchanges.